Dreams and visions of the future are nothing new. In fact, as we continue moving forward through the last days towards the tribulation, more people are having them. Sometimes the future can be changed, other times, there isn't enough information to stop it. Let's take a look at some famous premonitions that changed the course of history. On the night of April 11th, 1865, Abraham Lincoln went to sleep after a very long day. He delivered an address from the White House window. He discussed the readmission of Louisiana to the Union and one particular hot topic of the era, voting rights for the black men who were highly intelligent or had served in the military. That night, Abraham's dreams grew disturbing. In the dream, he wandered the White House. The mood was dark. As he approached the east room of the White House, he noticed a covered corpse surrounded by many mourners and soldiers. So Abraham asked a nearby guard what was happening, and the guard gave him a chilling reply. The president has been assassinated. Shaken by the dream, Abraham Lincoln confided in a friend named Ward Layman about the details. A few nights later, on April 14th, 1865, President Lincoln was ambushed and assassinated during the town theater satire called Our American Cousin. 100 years later, in October of 1966, a small village in South Wales dreams quietly began disturbing the sleep of Aberfans residents. An 8-year-old boy, Paul Davies, drew a picture of figures digging into the hillside and wrote "The End" underneath the picture. A 10-year-old girl named Eerie Jones told her mother that she wasn't afraid of dying, tried to tell her mom about her dreams the night before about going to school, but no school was there. Her mother, busy with an endless chore list, barely paid any attention. The very next day, both of these children, along with 114 more children and 28 staff, were buried in their school when a 111-foot pile of coal collapsed nearby. A psychologist discovered that altogether 60 people had dreams or visions in this town prior to the disaster but hadn't collectively realized it in time. Intrigued, the psychologist decided to begin gathering the dreams of others and started the British Premonition Bureau as a mass warning system. I've never even heard of it, but it was a thing between 1966 and 1968. During the short time the Bureau was operating, more than a few very important dreams were recorded out of the many they received. One day, a woman named Kathleen Middleton began calling the Bureau after having several disturbing dreams about Robert F. Kennedy. She was frantic and called several times on June 4th, 1968. The very next day, Robert F. Kennedy was assassinated in a kitchen surrounded with people. His son, RFK Jr., was 14 years old at the time and now heads the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. 18 months after startup, the British Premonition Bureau was dissolved. It is said that 90% was nothing, but the 10% that was true was tantalizing. Likewise, today, Google reports that there was no scientific evidence to support the existence of remote viewing as a paranormal phenomenon, but also say that remote viewers today are now paid $92,770 a year on average, or $45 an hour in America. For almost 100 years now, the military has conducted operation after operation concerning the dreams and visions of others while convincing everyone else that dreams and visions are nothing to pay attention to, disillusional even, but they are important. God said that He would pour out His Spirit in the last days over His people. Do you have any dreams that you would like to share? If you would like your dreams brought to life, leave a comment. It might even save a life to do so. That's all I have for today, folks. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you soon, God willing.